Hey guys, it's the Coaster Battleman here, bringing you an awesome video, the Wheel of Coasters. This is the different years edition, like different years when coasters were built from 1976 till 2018. And this time there's going to be two different teams. As you can see here, the red team is Team 1, and the blue team is Team 2. So while this is loading, let me talk about the game. Each team will have 6 roller coasters in the lineup. Unlike last time where I had 10 coasters to see how my collection was. This time it's going to be 6 different roller coasters in each collection. And you guys can vote in the comments below which coaster collection is better in your opinion. But still the Wheel of Death is going, so yeah. There we go. So, moving on, here's the first spin. And finally the sound's working. 2008. I'm not really sure what coasters were built in 2008, so I'm just gonna check it out right now. And here we go, American Thunder at Six Flags St. Louis for Team 1. And relocations don't really count because they were at another park back before they were relocated to another park, so that's why Dominator and Aftershock don't count. 1982, and I believe Viper at Darien Lake was built in 1982. I could be wrong on that, but let's check right here. Viper at Darien Lake was built in 1982, so yeah. Moving on to our next spin. And the wheel looks pretty weird. 1990. I'm going to check out what coasters were built in 1990. We have Boomerang, Georgia Cyclone, Texas Giant, Thunder Run. I'm going to go with Thunder Run at Kentucky Kingdom for Team 1. Thunder Run, another nice wooden coaster in this little lineup here. This gives them a nice 1-2 wooden coaster punch of American Thunder, which is one of my favorite rides I've ridden. I don't know why it is, but it's pretty intense and has a lot of great ejector airtime. And the next one is 1997, and I believe there was a Batman the Ride clone built in 1997. I'm going to check one more time here on this website. And there was at Six Flags Over Georgia. OG means over Georgia, if you guys were wondering. Moving on to our next spin. The year is going to be 1976, and there is one coaster that I have been riding for years. It's at my home park. It was around since Six Flags Great America opened. It's the Whizzer. Very fun family coaster indeed. And I only ride it like once or twice a year, but it's still a very fun ride. 1998. I don't really know any coasters from 1998, so we're going to check right now. And we have Batman and Robin the Chiller, both sides, but that's no longer operating, so that doesn't count. And we have Invertigo at California's Great America. Oh, here we go. Mr. Freeze Reverse Blast at Six Flags St. Louis and Six Flags Over Texas. I'm going to go with the St. Louis version because I've ridden it. moving on to the next spin. This is the fourth spin for Team 1. And the ride we get is from 2001. And I don't know any coasters from 2001 that were built. Maybe a Batman the Ride clone, I'm not sure. But here we go, Batwing at Six Flags America. Some people kind of are starting to think these Flying Dutchmans aren't as good anymore. I still think these rides are pretty amazing rides for clones. 1978. I'm going with Gemini at Cedar Point. This coaster was once the tallest roller coaster in the world at the time in 1978. Plus, it was a racing coaster as well, which is pretty amazing. But moving on to the next spin, we have 1984. And I'm not sure what coasters were built in 1984. So I'm going to check right now. And Alpine Bobsled of the Great Escape was relocated, so that doesn't really count. The Tiger Coaster at Indiana Beach. And then there's also Sea Serpent at Maurice Piers. I don't know why it says Maurice Mariner's Landing. But I'm going to go with Tiger Coaster at Indiana Beach. And moving on to the fifth spin for Team 2. We got 2005, and I know Hydra the Revenge was installed in 2005. Hydra, very good coaster. It has some sweet inversions and hang time throughout the ride. And I think this is one of the most underrated coasters out there. The next year is 1997. I believe there might have been a Batman the Ride clone in this year. The 1990s were mainly the Batman the Ride era of coasters. And we have Alpengeist at Busch Gardens Williamsburg, but there are some other coasters here as well, like the Mind Erasers and a bunch of other. But we have Superman Escape from Krypton. To be probably the best coaster on Team 1. Team 2 moving on to their spin. 1989. And that was the year Magnum was built. I think this is a pretty good coaster. It's not amazing, but it's not a terrible ride like some people say. I think this is a fun coaster. Overall, very good ride. But these are the coaster collections. You guys can vote which team had the better coaster collection in the comments below. And I'll catch you guys next time.